Yo, what up? It's your boy BigDonSkillz bringing you another video, and finally we are continuing the Big Don BAWSSCAST. I can't believe it. I've been absent for a while. We on episode number 4, and we're gonna jump into things today. We got a lot to talk about. I'm gonna kind of backtrack a little bit because there are some things that I missed. I haven't been talking about it, maybe on stream, but nothing in a YouTube video format. So we're going to be diving into a lot of things today. We're going to be talking about the controversial tweet from Mars, new game releases, how I felt about certain games that have came out recently, Phantasy Star Online, World Ends With You demo, Guilty Gear, as well as some requests of what people have asked me to either react to or make a video to. We'll also include that in this podcast too. So let's jump straight into things. We got an interesting start for this one. All right. So the first one is going to come from the Smash Brothers community, of course. If y'all know me, y'all know I play Smash Brothers a lot, but there is one thing that I don't like in this world is I do not care for a lot of the top level players in Smash Bros. Because it is one of the weirdest, most elitist things I've ever seen. And it doesn't make sense because the game itself is based on being inclusive of characters from all sorts of games. So it's just odd when the players who actually play it aren't inclusive to anybody else either. So we got this tweet right here. You may have heard about this. This was from about 2 days ago from the top player named Mars. Mars is one of the best players in the world, and he plays the character known as Zero Suit Samus. Zero Suit Samus is Samus, but faster, without the actual armor that she has on. A lot of people probably don't even know that. But I explain things for people who may not be familiar with what's going on either. And so Mars makes this tweet, right? Which it doesn't sound bad initially, but then once I break it down, you'll see why it was probably one of the worst takes ever, especially coming from a top level player who I think people should be looking more forward to in the community. So he says, hope they just start letting top players do early registration. I know it's top player privilege or whatever, but I'd rather see MKLeo in Light go to CEO, for example, rather than two dudes who are going to go 0-2 and ask top players for pictures only after they lose. All right, so kind of a lot to take in. Just for reference of the tweet, MKLeo and Light are top level players. MKLeo, the best player in the world. CEO is the name of one of the biggest tournaments for all of fighting games, whether it's Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom, whatever the game is, CEO is probably number 2 next to Evo. So pretty much he kind of starts off by asking about the top player, or mentioning top player privilege, but then saying, it'd be cool to have early registration. And I actually don't initially have a problem with that statement. It's not the early registration part that pissed me off or annoyed me or, is annoying most people. I think it's the fact that he kind of blamed it on people who are less skilled than him getting into a tournament. And it's like, bro, if somebody goes 0-2 in a tournament, and for anybody who isn't aware, 0-2 in a double elimination tournament, it literally means that you didn't win. You lost both of your elimination games and you're out the tournament. So people who go 0-2, even top players go 0-2. That's a thing. There have been tournaments where top players go 0-2. So I know he's usually not referring to those type of players. That's really easy to kind of draw them in that. But you have to definitely think before you talk on Twitter, because once you've said something, there's no changing it. There's no fixing what you say. And so these people who are 0-2, without them, who do we have left in the community? Because people have to beat those 0-2 players to go 1-2 and better. You understand what I'm saying? So someone like me, for example, if I go into a tournament, I'm probably going 2-2. And if I'm doing real good, I'll go 3-2, right? I'm like, hell yeah, I can, I can get some dubs in. But guess what? I'll tell you this. I guarantee you some of those players that I'm beating are 0-2ers because a lot of people are new to tournaments like myself. I just happen to be better than them. It is what it is, right? But without those 0-2 players, then now people like myself were the 0-2ers, right? Because you weeded out the less skilled people, and the slightly more skilled people are in. They're just going to get slapped by the better players, right? So it's a really stupid it's a real stupid statement, a real stupid basis for things. And it's just another reason why everybody just does not like the Smash community at all. Nobody from the none of the other fighting game community representatives, that no one likes them. And that's the thing. That's why when Smash was like, "Yo, let's be a FGC. Let's be considered the FGC." At first, I was like, "Well, I understand." And then I thought about it more and more, and I was like, "Hell nah, bro. They don't even have respect for the other fighting games when they're put into their own game." This is the same community that was saying that Kazuya from Tekken is considered a Shoto when he doesn't even have the moves that a Shoto would have. So it's like, dude, they have no respect for nobody else, but then they want respect for themselves, and then they wonder why nobody likes them. You know, it's just like the kid who, you know, complains or snitches, is a tattletale, and he wants to be your friend afterwards. Like, no, you've already shown your ass, you know, in that sense. No one wants to rock with you, dude. So, like, you know, like, the comments in here on Twitter definitely went in. It's like the two dudes who are gonna go 0-2 are the reason majors even exist. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Because when I went to tournaments, dude, I've matched up with like some of the top seeded dudes at the locals, and like I didn't know who these guys were, or maybe one or two of them I did. But I'm getting matched with like the top seeded people on my first match because I don't have the tournament experience, right? So the top players already have the privilege of fighting these really weak opponents in the sense, or I just say inexperienced opponents in a tournament anyways. So like without these 0-2 players, I bet you Mars or somebody else will get drowned in pools. They'll be in the pools of a tournament. And then boom, all of a sudden they're not making it out, dude. Because now all you got is killers, bro. You gotta have variance within the community. You gotta have your, you know, beginner, lower level, mid level, high level, top level. You gotta have your layers of that. So it's just a really stupid statement, and it just had no meaning. Like, it was so dumb that I was seeing tweets from other top players, which I have to pull up on my phone actually. You even had Low Tier God himself respond. All right, Low Tier God and Sonic Fox. I'm going to go ahead and read these tweets for y'all. He says, at any event you guys ever see me, feel free to ask for pictures. We play video games and stream. We are not celebrities. Stop this mentality. Now, say what you want about Low Tier God. This isn't about him. But I think it's a good point. Like, there's a lot of people who go to tournaments for fun, myself included. I'm not trying to be the next big guy. I have no desire to be that dude. Like, I'm just doing this for fun, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just totally doing this for fun. And if I lose, I lose. I spend more time playing the casuals before the tournament starts than I do in the tournament. And then so Sonic Fox also responds. Sonic Fox probably being the best player of fighting games in the world, to be honest with you. Top level in like at least 4 or 5 games minimum. He goes, if you want to go to CEO for fun, don't let someone pressure you into giving up your spot, especially if you're an 0-2er. Their experience is not worth more than yours. Keep that in mind. Boom. And that's because Mars made a follow-up tweet talking about scalpers or something. Just imagine when tickets start getting scalped. I don't know. Stupid. He stood by it. It's just a dumb statement. That's all I really got to say for that, man. Let me know what y'all think about this whole Mars situation. It's Mars. His playstyle is cocky, and so is his attitude. So there's no surprise there. Next has already spent 9 minutes on that. My goodness, y'all. All right. So now we're going to be talking about new releases for the week, y'all. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We really don't have too much coming out this week. A lot of stuff that's dropping this week is DLC, right? DLC are updates for already existing games. So this list this week isn't really that impressive. We've got Curve. Well, today is the 29th, right? So Curved Space, Destroy All Humans came out on the Switch. Disgaea 6 came out today on the Switch as well. I actually personally played this game, the demo, and I was actually going to do a video on it. I just decided not to. But this was garbage. This game was absolutely trash. It ran so bad. Like, it ran so bad. It has like 3 different performance modes too. There's 3 different, like, you can do graphics, performance, or I think mixed, if I'm not mistaken. It was bad, dude. And I was actually pretty hyped about this game. I have no interest in it anymore. It's unfortunate. We also got Doom Eternal, which just came out with the Xbox Series X and S patch, where you could play it at 120 FPS. We also got Sky Children of the Light. I'm not sure what that is. That's coming out for the Switch. We got Spirit of the North. Don't know what that is. Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, which comes out tomorrow for literally every platform. Yeah, I know a lot of people really like this Doki Doki joint, so you know it is what it is, right? And then next is Greedfall. Once again, not a very impressive week of games coming out. The top of this is probably Doom and Doki Doki. And these are games that have already been released. These are just upgraded versions, essentially. So, nothing too impressive. All right, and since we were just talking about Smash, let's get back on the topic of Smash. We got Kazuya. By the time you see this video, he may actually be out. And I'll be streaming tonight, actually. Maybe doing some Tekken or some fighting games to kind of build up the hype leading up to Kazuya. According to the DLC that's been released previously, he should be dropping around 9 Eastern time. So I'll just be streaming up to that point. I think, though, after the reveal that came out the other day, you know, the showcase of him rather, just showing all of his moves and what they've done with him, this dude looks ridiculous. And he looks so much fun. I grew up playing Tekken. If you've been watching this channel for a while, you've probably seen my video on Tekken Tag Tournament's OST and why I think it's one of the best OSTs in all of fighting games. Yeah, dude, like, I am so stoked about this, y'all. Y'all don't even know. Like, I mained Kazuya back when I played Tekken. I played him a lot in, like, Tekken. I think it was Tekken 5 is when I, like, really played him a lot. And in my other Tekken games, I play a little bit of everybody. So I'm going to try and apply my previous knowledge of juggles and everything. They gave this dude, like, all of his moves damn near from the actual game. So I'm curious to see on how it's going to translate into the engine. Because, you know, Smash isn't the best with inputs. But I think with Kazuya being in here, he's going to be a really fun character who's slow, but does dummy damage when he's up close. So, yeah. That's it on Kazuya. Nothing too much to say. I know I already just talked a long time for Smash, so we're going to move on to the next thing. All right, and then we are going to be talking about Neo, The World Ends With You. I am still supposed to be making a video about this on the gameplay of this. The demo just recently came out, and man, I absolutely loved it. I absolutely loved it, y'all. I was a huge fan of the first game. The first game is actually my top 10. One of my favorite gaming soundtracks of all time, bro. Of all time. Oh, it's so good. The animations are great. And then I also learned when I was streaming it the other day, you know, the same artist from the Kingdom Hearts series, which when you look at it, you're like, oh, yeah, this definitely looks alike. So it's just cool, man. You have pins that give you these unique abilities, and your pins are assigned to buttons. Your buttons actually do combo attacks when you're hitting them with your different characters. So you have a lot of variety, and even though it uses the same pins from the first game, the gameplay is completely different. There's no touchscreen, you know, fighting mechanics. It's an actual, you know, action-based game, dodge action, everything. So this game will come out in July. I'm not sure of the date. I want to say July 27th, but I don't want to spread misinformation. But y'all gotta peep this game out. The demo was great. I played it on the PS5 through the PS4 version. And then I've also been playing it on my Switch, and it's gorgeous on the Switch. I can't believe how good it plays on the Switch. So as much as I talk about the Switch and the things I don't like, I may actually cop this game on the Switch. And because of the hype of this game and the trailer and how much I love the demo, I'll also be doing a playthrough of The World Ends With You on the Switch. I'll be replaying that. I haven't played that game in 12 years or so. And, yeah, we'll definitely build some hype up to it. But absolutely amazing game. It looks gorgeous. There's actually also an anime out for the first game. So if you're interested in picking this up and, you know, you maybe don't have time to play the first game, bruh,
I mean, watch the anime. It looks gorgeous too. It just dropped this year, July 27th. I said it. See, I know my stuff. But yeah, it's For the World Ends With You. Absolutely amazing. All right, so we're moving on to the next thing. Now things are gonna get kind of weird, y'all. Things are getting weird. You see her on the screen right now? Things are about to get a little weird. All right, and I'm late on this. Listen, once again, I haven't been around for a minute, and so now we're gonna be talking about Twitch and the new meta, as they define it in Twitch. For anyone who doesn't know what the term meta means, meta is kind of a slang term referencing, you know, what people are considering the best thing to do. So in the sense of a fighting game or a shooter game, there may be a meta where people use certain weapons, or, you know, people do learn a play style because they think that's the best way to play. And so metas are bound to change, right? And Twitch goes through tons of metas itself. And before, there was a hot tub stream meta where, you know, you had these girls, you know, they were built, you know what I'm saying? They had a little thing on them. You know, they'd be in the pools, you know, stuff out. Let me see, you know, they'd be in the pool like this. They'd be in the pool like this, having a little stuff hanging out. You see my little chest hair? It just be in the pool, just having their stuff out, right? And these dudes would eat it up, bruh. The simps would eat it up, man. I can say simp, I ain't on Twitch. The simps would eat it up, you know what I'm saying? They put some tiggles out, you know, they put the little booty out on the side, and people were paying, people were donating. Some of the girls were even writing stuff on their arms. Like, it was just a whole thing where, like, I mean, shoot, it was some free viewage, you know what I'm saying? And so a lot of people from Twitch and other streamers, the community themselves, a lot of people fought back at this because they did not like this at all. They thought it was trash. They thought, you know, it was a bad look for the platform, where they're not even playing games. They're not even doing anything. They're just literally sitting there looking good in front of the camera. So it definitely caused a lot of controversy. What Twitch ended up doing is they made a separate category called pool. I don't know exactly what the name was, but it's pools and luxury or something like that. Essentially a hot tub channel. But whenever Twitch decided to make this move and do this for the hot tub streamers, the viewership dropped. So now you had the top level, I say top level, they're not top anything, the upper echelon of pool streamers. Like, we got to find something new to do. All right. So now we reverted back to ASMR. And these girls now are just doing some real sexual stuff with the damn ASR mic. And for all you who, I mean, I think people know what ASMR is, but like, if you look at this picture of old girl about to go to town and throw down a face down on this double-sided mic, that's kind of what it is. It's like a double-sided mic, and you know, you can, if you put earphones on, you pretty much get like surround sound in the max way, you know. I know I'm not speaking in the correct audio terms, but you get what the hell I'm saying. All right, so now we're going to scroll on down, man. And I'm going to mute this because I just don't think the sound just isn't appropriate to me at all. But I'm going to play this, and you're going to be like, what the hell? Yeah, so here's a warning for anybody who wants to view it. Look, it won't even let me go full screen, dude, because it's Twitter. Like, just watch this shit. Oh, look, hold on. Hey, Twitter, please. You know what? Just watch it. Just look at my screen. Look at this, bro. So this is Amaranth. For all y'all who don't know, Amaranth is like one of the spearheads in all this. There we go. We'll zoom in on it. So she has on a damn horse head. The ASMR mic is on the bed. She's bobbing her head. It's just weird, dude. Look how weird this is. And then look. Now you can only imagine what sound that was making, all right? It's the sound you make when you're making fun of people who do that for a living. How about that, you know? First of all, I absolutely hate the BoJack Horseman. People talk about how much they hate clowns. This is like the equivalent of people with clowns. If somebody were to pull up on me in that, I would literally punch him in the face. Or I'd choke him probably. I don't know. I would do something violent. But, yeah, like,
This is what they're doing now. And this is super highly inappropriate. Like, I don't know. I didn't really care too much about the hot tub streams because all the dudes that are complaining about it don't realize that those weirdos who are so lonely and horny to watch that, they're not going to even watch your streams anyways. They're not taking away viewership from you. If you literally are so down bad, you have to go on a gaming platform just to watch a girl like half naked and you get nothing from that, like, what's the point, bro? I'm just saying. I ain't never been that down bad. My goodness, dude. We all have our moments, but damn, bro. I don't know who this girl is, but oh, I guess she's Indie Fox. Oh yeah, she was one of the other girls. So like it was Amaranth and Indie Fox that were like the top of the hot tub meta. Yeah, they got banned for this shit, bro. Like being stupid, dude. Being so stupid. And it's just too sexual. So she even had the nerve to like do a retweet about this whole thing. So she goes, I guess her name is Caitlin, her real name. Hot tub section after my personal adpocalypse was resolved were actually higher than before at close to 2K a day. Even during height of hot tub meta, I was making time for ASMR at least twice a week. In many ways, I built ASMR up on Twitch more than anyone else. When I logged off from ASMR prior to the recent debacle, it would cause the next highest ASMR stream to go up 400 to 600 viewers. That's your discovery. I didn't leave hot tub section due to demonetization or any other reason. I haven't continued to always include hands. You can't even, bro. I hate reading tweets, man, where people can't type, bro. Like it makes me look stupid because I'm struggling to read when I'm a good reader. People need to learn how to type, bro. I know it's Twitter and you're limited, but come on, man. I bet if we pulled ASMR artists, that's a term, on Twitch, they overwhelmingly vote for me not to abandon streaming in it the way I used to nightly. I literally did the lion's share of work putting that category on the map nightly. So why is she, like, she's trying to flex, and I'm not trying to flex, just trying to, like, say how she put everybody on the ASMR, I guess. Like, what does that mean? Like, her channel got demonetized during that hot tub meta. Twitch just randomly was like, nah, bro, you ain't getting no money from your ads anymore. And when you're that big of a name, you get stupid money from ads. And you can literally click a button to run ads. I can do it too, but it's stupid. It's still stupid for me. I'd make like 2 cents off of it. And it kills viewership for someone who doesn't have high viewership anyways. But yeah, this is garbage, man. I ain't got too much more to say on these fools. I just think it's weird. I think it's so weird to me. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, bruh. Tell me what y'all think about this hot tub meta, man. Yeah, at that rate, you might as well just go on OnlyFans. I'll be honest with you. You ain't even getting nothing out of that. At least go to OnlyFans. Maybe you can DM or something. I don't know. All right, next. Next, everybody, we're going to be talking about Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis, all right? So this game came out earlier this month, and I've definitely been playing it a lot on the side. I had a whole lot of hype for this. I know some people are starting to hop on too. And yes, I'm actually on ship 1. So if you're interested in playing this, hop on ship number 1. But yeah, Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis. A lot of people may be a little confused, but Phantasy Star Online 2 is an old game. It's already been out for, I think, 8+ years. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But it's been out for a long time. And New Genesis is essentially Phantasy Star Online 3, in my opinion, or 2.5 or 2.9 or something, where the entire world is different. The quests are different. A lot of the monsters are different. You see the graphics. The graphics are gorgeous. They're updated. They're modernized graphics, which if you looked at the original Phantasy Star Online 2, it wasn't. It was definitely older looking. You know what I'm saying? But what's dope about this game, man, is the combat. Like, the combat for this game is raw. You have a lot of different classes. Like right now on the screen is the warrior class. And like the thing about the warrior that I like, he's got a big old sword, right? He's like he normally would be like your generic class in like an MMO, but like it plays so well in this game. So you've got like the warrior, you've got a fighter who throws hands with people and literally uses boxing gloves. You've got gunners and you got rangers. They use like assault rifles. They use like a, I'd say a rocket launcher, but a giant launcher that they shoot laser beams and stuff out of. Like, there's all sorts of different classes. There's your force / your mage class. There's your cleric-like class. But they all play in their really unique ways. And you can have like a main class and a subclass. And your subclass, you can actually use the weapons from your subclass. So you have all these different combos and combinations with the combat. So tons of fun, man. I've been on this heavily. Yes, it's free to play, dude, because I don't recommend games unless it's free to play. Actually, that's not true, but I recommend free to play games because they're free to play and they're fun. But this is on PC, this is on Xbox. Tons and tons of fun, you know. Just tons and tons of fun of a game, you know. Right now, there isn't a whole lot of content, people would say. However, when you have a game that, you know, you have all these different classes, you can just focus and grind on your classes, leveling them up. But it's so much of a game, it's so fun of a game where you can play this for a little bit, do your dailies, you know, log off, play something else. It doesn't demand a whole lot of your time, and I really like that. It's not this huge grind. Everything's fair. It's not pay to win at all. You grind for your money, and you build your classes just like everybody else. So it's cool. And the fashion, not even to mention the fashion. That's like one of the biggest parts of the game. So if you see right now, this is the YouTuber Anamana. He's a pretty cool YouTuber. I've been watching a lot of his stuff. He just happens to be playing. But, you know, he's got gear. His gear looks pretty standard right now. Like, it looks a little old school, which is dope. But, like, I guarantee you he can make, like, whatever he wanted, dude. You can make a mech Gundam-looking dude. You can make your favorite waifu, which is what a lot of people do. I mean, I judge you if you make your waifu in this game. But, you know, it's all good, you know. It is what it is. But, yeah, overall, definitely check out Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis. I think it's a really fun game. And it's free to play. There's really nothing else to say. A free to play game, I always recommend it if it's fun. So yeah, definitely peep that one out. And we are going to move on to the next thing. And now we're going to talk about Guilty Gear. This is another game I've actually been playing a lot of. Guilty Gear Strive. So, Guilty Gear Strive, fighting game that released a few weeks ago as well. Earlier this month around the same time as Phantasy Star. And oh my goodness, yeah, it is a fun game that I didn't expect to enjoy as much as I really did. They had an open beta earlier in the year, and the open beta was a lot of fun. It was definitely a whole lot of fun. The combos are pretty sick. The execution, in my opinion, is pretty easy on this game. I think the execution's easy, but like the diversity of like the characters, how unique the characters are, is everything. It literally is everything. Like right now you see on the screen Sonic Fox, which I mentioned earlier, who made that tweet against Mars about, you know, not selling your tickets and whatnot. He's playing a character called Leo Whitefang, who's like all up in your face, all up in your grill, you know. And then the guy ZT is playing Kai. Kai is more like your balanced middle ground character. Pressures you, throws his projectiles out and stuff like that. So it's cool that this game has such a dynamic cast of characters. And even though the roster isn't very big, each character plays so different from one another that, like, you just spend most time learning, man. And I'm really enjoying it. I play the dolphin girl known as May, and I just shoot dolphins around everywhere. And I'm playing this on PC myself. So for Guilty Gear, I almost called it Guilty Gear Rise. For Guilty Gear Strive, I totally recommend it if you're looking into a new fighter. You want to jump into it. You want to have a game that has an amazing tutorial system. The missions and tutorials on how to learn the mechanics is amazing. It actually teaches you basic like fighting game fundamentals too, if you're interested in really getting serious with a fighting game. So yeah, this is definitely one to consider, man. Dope game. Absolutely loving it so far. And shoot, I'll probably be playing this tonight or tomorrow. So Guilty Gear, highly recommend. All right, so next one. One of the last things before we start getting into the viewer requested things. And for anybody in the future who wants to request things as a viewer, feel free to hit me up on Discord. If you got a suggestion, I have a section in my Discord. The link is in the description. Check out the Discord. You can drop your suggestion if you want me to talk about something, if you want me to ask a question, answer a question. Yeah, I'll definitely do it and give you guys a shout out. So this is just one side thing I wanted to talk about. Even though I talked about Phantasy Star being free to play, Guilty Gear, full price, $60 game, that's fine. I just wanted to talk about the fact that new games in the current / next gen games are $60. I'm sorry, $70. You've had this $10 price jump for a lot of these games. And although this is Ratchet and Clank I'm talking about, this is a quality game, a well-made game. I am going to have a hard time definitely buying these games at $70 now. And the reason why I say that is because for $60, sometimes even $40, we weren't getting the product that we wanted. We weren't satisfied with our product. A lot of these games come out incomplete. I've made this statement a million times. I made videos about it. These games are coming out garbage. They're coming out incomplete. This is just kind of another step in that direction of like day one DLC and like $50 season passes. And then by the time you actually get to the content on the season passes, the game is already dead. So you spend $120 on a dead game. You know what I'm saying? Ratchet and Clank, the problem I have with this game personally, it's the fact that, yeah, it's going to be an amazing game. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Yeah, I would love to play it. But I feel like I play this game for 8 hours or 10 hours or so, beat it, never come back to it again. And it's like these single player games that are getting more expensive, is there a lot of replay value in there to justify that $70? And the answer is I don't believe so. For most games, I just don't think you're going to get that $70 worth out of. Yeah, this looks gorgeous. Like I said, yeah, this game looks amazing. I watched the trailers. I watched it in 4K. I watched gameplay. And I'm like, yeah, this looks great. I definitely want to buy this. But once I beat this game, dude, I'm never touching it again. I just don't see myself ever touching this game again. And I just don't think these increased prices are really going to be beneficial for this console. I don't think they've seen too many results of everything yet because no one has a PS5 still. No one has the Xbox Series X still. There's still a lot of people who don't. But dude, like, I don't know. I don't like this price increase. And it's not even a matter of whether or not I can afford it. I can afford it. That's not a problem. But it's a principle. Games have gotten worse in their development and have offered less. And for that reason alone, I can't just day one purchase a $70 game that's single player. It's going to be a no for me, dog. Going to be a no for me. But let me know what y'all think about the increased price. Do you think the price should be increased because, yeah, the production's way higher now in these games? You let me know. We can talk about it. All right. So for the last two things, I wanted to react to a few things. So this first video was sent to me by Osaya. Shout out to Osaya for sending me a video that was getting a lot of controversy on Twitter. So this is going to be the controversial section of the podcast. Unfortunately, if you're listening to my podcast, you won't be able to see the trailer I'm reacting to. But assuming that most people will probably watch this on YouTube, it shouldn't be that big of a problem. This movie's called Karen. And off the name alone, I can have an idea what it's going to be about. I have not watched this at all. I have zero idea what this is. But I've seen this like to dislike ratio, 8.6K to 47K. Whoo! That's all I got to say, dude. So I'm feeling like this is going to be something racial. And it's going to be a horrible representation of like black people in America. This is my complete guess. I don't know if this is even close. But let's react to it. Osaya said he wanted to see my thoughts on it or hear my thoughts on it. Oh my god, it's a BET original? Oh my god. No.
Guess this is a long way from East Point.
Baby, you just gotta give it a chance.
that Karen?
Tell me about your new neighbors. They're black. Do you mind keeping it down?
If you don't comply, I'll tell the manager.
Somebody's taking home security serious.
Hi, I am Karen Drexler. I'm your neighbor. You need to be taking your trash cans off the curb right when the trash is picked up.
Is she nice?
Yeah, she's nice.
Wait a minute. We have a white entitled neighbor named Karen.
Karen, hey, enjoy yourself.
There she is, slaving away in the kitchen. I've come across some very suspecting teenagers.
Suspecting?
Can you please hurry up? Please, they're very aggressive.
What is
Yep.
his act?
My wallet with my ID at home. Leave us alone. We didn't do anything.
How the heck did you end up moving to this neighborhood? Next thing you know, we have criminals. You take care of him, and I will take care of her.
Would you mind stepping out of the car?
My office has uncovered some disturbing information on her and her brother.
She doesn't like black people.
We have a search warrant.
Well, I'm black.
I know, she doesn't like you either.
I want to sell the house.
Huh.
What I do? You can't tell me, huh?
We are living next door to
The Confederate flag.
racist. You went in her house?
You wouldn't want your wife to know our little secret, right?
That was not standard police procedure back there.
What do we have here?
Well, you got a hammer. Everything looks like
This looks so bad.
You people are very angry.
Shut your mouth, boy.
Bad
Oh,
things happen to people.
Oh,
that
she
don't
pulling up with a
comply.
gun? Oh no, dude. No. Nah, bruh. I don't know what you want me to say to this, but nah, this looks...
Invincible is a great.
No, we're not talking about Invincible. No. What was that, bro? That was garbage. That was so corny, and I felt like that was so downplayed. You just literally turned Karen into the whole Karen meme into a scary movie. That shit is serious, bruh. No, I can't really say much on that. That's garbage. That is trash. No way. No. And it's by BET, dude. BET doesn't make good stuff. I'm sorry. I don't know what you wanted out of that. No, that was trash, bro. That was so bad. Oh my God. All right, y'all. This is the last one of the stream. Yo, this is going to be from the homie Geodash, man. Shout out to Geodash. This one is well overdue. He hit me up about this a few weeks ago. But I still wanted to address it because I thought it was so funny and goofy, right? And so what happened was a Rom Site owner decided to fight Nintendo in court and lost $2.1 million. And he presented himself without an attorney, bro. Like, it's Nintendo. He tried to fight them on a lawsuit with no attorney, bro. Why? So Nintendo has won a $2.1 million lawsuit in damages against the now closed pirate site ROM Universe. The California lawsuit, which Nintendo filed in September of 2019, alleged that the owner of that site, Matthew Storman, uploaded and distributed pirated Nintendo games and profited from mass-scale copyright infringement by charging paid subscriptions. Oh, that's a no-go, dude. Yep. As reported by Torrent Freak, Storman had disagreed with these allegations and decided to fight Nintendo in court without an attorney. He argued that the site wasn't breaking any laws and that he hadn't uploaded any of the ROMs himself. Huh? If anybody's watching and don't know what ROMs are just essentially you can think of ROMs as like the computer files for the games. So if you have what's called an emulator, you can run a ROM of a game. And there's a lot of controversy about it, and it can definitely be illegal. So Nintendo was suing because essentially this dude was selling ROMs when you shouldn't be selling them. He had a subscription service. So essentially it was equivalent of like stealing Nintendo's. It's like the equivalent of stealing somebody's game and then reselling it. So, however, Storman's denials failed to convince the court after it emerged that he had previously admitted that he did upload ROMs to the site. Oh my god, dude. The defendant filed a declaration in opposition to the motion wherein he declares that he denies and disputes that he uploaded any files to said website, and at no time did he verify the content of said ROM file, which is directly contradictory to his sworn deposition testimony, oh my god, where he testified that he uploaded the ROM files into his website? So he contradicted his testimony? How do you do that, bro? That was the one thing you're supposed to get right, and you... What a troll. This guy has to be trolling. He has to not given a single F, bro. Furthermore, defendant testified at his deposition that his website indicated that copies of Nintendo's copyrighted video games were available for download on the website. Storman profited by charging for premium access to the site. He testified that during 2019, the site generated between $30,000 to $36,000 in revenue. The court decided he was liable for direct, contributory, and vicarious copyright infringement, as well as trademark infringement. Nintendo had requested more than $15 million in copyright and trademark infringement damages. The U.S. District Court Judge Consuelo Marshall ruled this week that ROM Universe should pay a far smaller but still substantial sum. The judge ruled the site should pay $35,000 statutory damages for each of the 49 copyrighted Nintendo works hosted on the site, down from the $90,000 Nintendo requested. Goodness. Get wrecked, dude. So yeah, he had to pay. Yo, you don't play around with Nintendo and these big companies, bro. Like, Nintendo makes games. Whether or not you talk about the legalities of ROMs, like, they can come after you for this. So if you have a ROM website, there's reasons why, like, ROM Paradise, for example, didn't even fight. Like, ROM Paradise was like, yeah, we're taking all Nintendo games off our website. That's fine. We don't want no lawsuit from Nintendo. If they come through with a cease and desist or whatever, bro, just, nah. Like, you are fighting a billion-dollar corporation, bro, as a regular-ass dude. It don't work like that. And if you don't have an attorney, you literally... I don't know who's ever won a case without an attorney, bro. Like, you would literally have to be on some crazy-ish. Or, like, the people prosecuting have to be... I don't know. That's crazy to me. Oh, my God, dude. All right, y'all. So, man, once again, that's going to be the conclusion of today's Big Dom Boss Cast, which should be episode 4. I won't be doing this in another 3 months. I'm not going to leave y'all hanging like that, man. But we going to get back into that grind. That July grind going to be real, man. We going to be putting up stuff on the channel, man. We really going to get into it. I've been in a slump with this YouTube thing. I've been stuck in my own head, you know, and I think about it over and over again. Okay, let me stop. All right, I've been stuck in my own head and just, I've been iffy about it. But I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope you all liked the content. I appreciate every single one of y'all who still come through the stream and support the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video if you haven't already. And this podcast should also be on other platforms. I'm going to put this on. It should be on Spotify, as well as the Google Store, which I'll get that stuff in the description. I hope y'all enjoyed. Thank you all so much. Once again, I'll see you on the flip side. Peace out, y'all.